This is a message literally both to like believers and unbelievers as well. This is about the parable about the farmer planting seed. Seed that fell on a footpath represents those who hear the message about the kingdom and don't understand it. Then the evil one comes and snatches away the seed that was planted in our hearts. So when you preach to someone but they don't want to listen to it, the seed is planted, but because they are turning away, the enemy has an opportunity to take that seed away from their heart. That's when the enemy takes control of that person's life. Now this is the second seed. The seed on a rocky soil represents those who hear the message and immediately receive it with joy. It seems good right now, right? But then the Bible, the next word, it hits you with a big word right now. But since they don't have deep roots, they don't last long. They fall away as soon as they have problems or are persecuted for believing God's word. See, this is the second category of people now. So this is speaking about the people who heard the gospel, they received it with joy, they accepted the message, but because they had way too many troubles in life, they turned away. That's also very important because there's a lot of people who are definitely in that type of situation. And now there's another seed mentioned. The seed that fell among the thorns represents those who hear God's word, but all too quickly the message is crowded out by the worries of this life and the lure of wealth, so no fruit is produced. This one is important because I feel like a lot of people are in this situation, especially young people. The thorns represent like you being trapped, basically. You're trapped in by the worries of this life, by the lure of wealth. And this lure of wealth and the worries of this life are so distracting in your life that they turn you away from God. As soon as you started realizing, oh, I want all this money, which it's not wrong to have money as a Christian. It's actually really good to have money as a Christian. But when you start to have the lure of wealth becoming, above God, it's becoming your God. The last bit is so important. So no fruit is produced. So because you are distracted by problems of this world as well as the lure of wealth, you are not able to produce any fruit. Because how can you produce fruit when you don't have a relationship with Christ? You yourself are spiritually not feeding yourself, so how can you spiritually feed others? And now this is the last seed that Jesus mentions, and this is literally the seed that all of us should be. Like as a Christian, this is what you should be. This is what Jesus is telling us. The seed that fell on good soil represents those who truly hear and understand God's word and produce a harvest of 30, 60 or even 100 times as much as has been planted. This is literally telling us as Christians what we should be doing. So not only are we hearing the message and understanding the message, because of the message we want to go and produce a harvest. So as Christians, when we hear the message of the gospel, we shouldn't be selfish and keep it to ourselves. This message is basically telling us to go out and preach to these people. People have roles that God has assigned them, but in terms of preaching the gospel to other people and producing a harvest, as it says here, of 30, 60 or even 100, we are all called to preach. We are all called to share the gospel.